Hey everyone, I am live with the final part of the council. I'm just waiting to make sure everything comes up right before I get things loaded up. It's been a long time coming, but it's finally here. Hopefully we'll get some answers, and hopefully this path has led us somewhere good. Let's see, let me try refreshing this. Just want to make sure, it says I'm live, but I just want to make sure I'm actually live before I start things. Okay, we're good. So let's load this up. We're up to the final vote. See if I can actually remember how to fucking do this. It'll be nice to get some answers. Well, we've gotten answers. It'll be nice to see how this, comes to its conclusions. Hopefully you don't have any major problems like it did last time.
From now on, whenever a human speaks to you, you will be able to read their current thoughts.
You take care of getting the lands. It's imperative. I'll take care of preparing our departure.
She
Yeah.
has to pay for all the harm she's done to me.
Meanwhile, let us remain on our guard against any last-minute surprises. I know my brother well. He never prepares for war if he has no chance of winning.
Finding out that I'm a demon makes no
Fair enough.
difference.
I haven't come all this way just to fail so close to the goal.
If I'm asking you all these things, it's for your own good, you know.
You are keeping up the good work, I see. But I'm telling you, keep your guard up. Everyone is rather on edge right now.
Don't make
Yeah,
me your
they
competition,
are.
Verishay. You are no match.
Trust
Our
yourself.
whole little ensemble.
It's all already in there.
Gives negatives, displays immunities, makes skills free, restores 2 points. Okay. Back in Mortimer's office.
Dear friends, I'd like to thank you for your continued trust and confidence. I admit that during these past few days, there has been much upheaval. I understand you've all been affected
Yeah.
by this. Nevertheless, the world doesn't stop turning, and we are in fact on the verge of reshaping the modern world.
That is what we are all here for, my lord.
Thank you for your enthusiasm, Monsieur Bonaparte. Now you all know what we have to do. I cannot warn you strongly enough. If one of Sir Gregory's guests asks to speak with you, remain on your guard. It is highly likely
Absolutely.
that he will try to rally as many supporters to his cause as he can.
Don't worry, William. We are all here to support your project through to its conclusion.
Thank you, George. Now, please,
Are we all, though?
go and get some rest before the conference begins, which won't be long now. Louis, stay with me a moment, won't you? I'll be needing your services
Missing
in
my
a
hand.
certain matter.
Yes, of course. What's the matter?
Louis, you are the only one here who I totally trust. It is very likely that Gregory will take possession of some of the members of our team. I shall keep them in check over the next few hours. However, I'll need you to... how can I say this? To persuade the members of Gregory's group.
What do you mean by that exactly?
You'll have free rein, my son. Persuade all of them. Use every possible means imaginable. But no physical violence. Let's be very, very clear about that. You must bring them all
Fair
over
enough.
to our side. One after the other. You can do this. I know it.
Very well, Father.
Now go, and come back and see me once you've finished.
I'll be off then.
Well, oh right, I have no actual full manuscripts, so I guess oh, I can't actually see where the start quest. Okay, I need to search for any items I've got. Okay, it's one of his. I don't think there's going to be much. I think some of this, actually, is persistent throughout chapters, which means I've used, like, all my available researches, all my available. The Piaggi, Woolner, Godoy, and Lady Hillsborough. Double check this. Boy, Lady Hillsborough is going to be interesting. Yeah, I don't see any items. Alright, let's head downstairs. Journal. Manipulation. Yeah, Emma's the one that's still running around, so conviction, immune to manipulation. Okay, so I gotta look for where everybody is.
Monsieur Johann van Vulner.
Let's take a look at Volner. Diversion, immune to occult. Gotta remember that, because that stuff's gonna be super important. Yes for diversion, no for occult.
Why is his study in such a mess? Looks like Volner's planning something. Keep an eye out for anything and everything. Look, a blotter. And apparently it's been used recently. I wonder what Volner was going to write. It's smudged.
Good question.
Not all legible. I can make out the signature though, and leave as if planned.
Ooh.
It's illegible. Let's see if I can find a solution in Volner's things here. Given his interest in alchemy, I wouldn't be surprised if I found something that revealed what's written somewhere in his room.
Yeah.
What a mess. Looks like Volner was interrupted. Looks a lot like straw, and he's drawn something in a hurry on this sheet. Straw on his desk, as if to protect something fragile. Yes, someone must have packed something away here. I get the feeling that I've seen that somewhere before.
Yeah.
I've seen occult inscriptions like this before. They're not very common. As a matter of fact, I've only seen them once before, around the Lock of Al-Azif.
Huh.
A table of alchemical symbols. Someone circled the zinc symbol.
There's the straw. Something's packed away. He's not here. Not gonna go out there, because bad things happen if I go outside. Painting, I don't think will help us. Volner's not
Chemistry
around.
set. That's not surprising coming from von Volner. I should find something to help reveal the traces of ink on the blotter.
Aha. See, that makes... Oh yeah, this is...
I know for sure that lime water neutralizes chemical actions, but doesn't work on ink. I must find something else.
First thing, take that.
I should find something to help reveal the traces of ink on the blotter.
Tannic acid of alum.
Think, Louis.
What was it?
I know for sure that lime water neutralizes chemical actions, but doesn't work on ink. I must find something else.
It costs 3. Let's keep looking just to make sure. Okay, thought there was a interaction on there. Oh, whoa. Oh, another collector coin.
Let's see. A simple toiletry case? Never mind. Just clothes.
Hello. Ooh, nice.
A table of alchemical
Circled
symbols.
zinc.
Someone circled the zinc symbol.
Well, I think I'm gonna have to
Chemistry set. That's not surprising coming from Von Wollner.
take a.
I should find something to help reveal the
Educated
traces
guess.
of ink on the blotter.
Let's see.
That sounds vaguely familiar. I can always give it a shot. Yes,
I'm
it
gonna give it a
worked.
shot.
Now I can see it.
Whew.
Sir Gregory, I'll leave Al-Azif at the landing stage at the appropriate time. Yours truly, Johann von Wollner. This is child's play.
Aha. Okay, that's. Sounds like I need to go to the landing stage. Question is, how did he find it? That'll take me where I need to go, but let's take a quick survey. Nada. It's the maze. So I imagine me getting my hands on Al-Azif will be more helpful. Imagine Emma's going to be a problem. We didn't kill her, but...
Looks like the barrel's been broken for quite some time. I think this chest might belong to Duchess Hillsborough. A sack of seeds. It's unopened. No one seems to have used any.
See nothing there. Aha.
What is... Yes! Yes! At last I found it! Al-Azif! Well, you gotta admit, you did give us a run for our money. Huh? What? A page has been torn out.
Oh, that's not good. Okay, I don't know. It's talents. Boy, it should. Okay, that's why. Because I unlocked the trait
Some
expert.
rope. Apparently no one's touched it for a good long time.
Might as well keep looking around out here, see if there's anything else I can use. Alright. So we got Al-Azif. Don't know how that helps us yet. Okay. I think it was a reflection on the water. I thought it was something else. Let's check down here. Anything I can take is good. Ooh, more royal jelly. Let's go ahead and use that. Okay, nothing. Alright, back inside. Doesn't appear to be anything out here. Oh, hello. Huh. Let's see. More points, the better. Another collector's coin. Alright, that's not too bad. I wonder where everybody is. Search down here while we're here. Since it's taking a while to load, I'm going to assume there must be something.
I need to talk to Von Wohner. Blasted. Home is with him. Gentlemen.
Louis! I'm sorry, but we're waiting for Duke Manuel. If you wouldn't mind leaving us, I should think you already have enough to do as it is.
Very well. I didn't mean to disturb you. They're waiting for Duke Manuel. No doubt to make him change sides. All right. If they want him, then they'll get him.
Oh. Means I gotta find him. I'm getting to being Duke Manuel. Just gotta find him. Yes, I'm just so curious to see how this ends after everything else that's gone on. Hunting book. Okay then. Apparently missed that one in the past. Got it. Another collector coin. Okay, I can't go in there. I can't go around. It means Godoy must be upstairs. Let's take a, once this loads, take a look at my map, see which room is his. Let's see, where am I? Peru, Bonaparte, Hillsborough, Godoy. So, just make a right and keep going to the end.
Duke Manuel Godoy.
Okay, perfect. No knocking or nothing, just walk straight in. Yes, they'll get Godoy, or they, nice in the way they want, but they'll get him. Aha.
Duke Manuel,
Doriche,
I'm delighted to see you're standing by Lord Mortimer.
one cannot say that the situation is altogether reassuring, but I must admit, he does know what he's doing. Something tells me I've made the right choice. So, to thank you for persuading me to join you, what would you say to a nice piece of amber? I am given to understand that you collect it?
Yes. Thank you very much, sir.
Don't mention it to Issa. It is the least I can do. Good. See you at the vault.
I'll see you later then. Right. Godoy is on board. Right. Let's use this opportunity to get inside Godoy. I've got a few things I'd like to say to Mr. von Volner. Just one moment, my Lord Duke.
Yes, monsieur. Is there something you wanted to add?
Concentrate. I need you to listen carefully to what I have to say, Godoy.
I am all ears.
Louis, push. I need you to do me a little favor. It's working, that's it, Louis. Get in his head.
Oh, dear. What is happening to me? I do not feel very well.
I need your help, sir. Get in his head. Oh, perfect.
Thank you, monsieur. I'm sure I'll know how to take full advantage of your vessel, now that I am Manuel.
At least he's got a speech pattern down, too. Perfect. Okay. Diversion good, occult bad with von Volner. I've got a few points to play with.
Duke Manuel, here you are at last.
Sir Gregory, Mr. von Volner.
Thank you for agreeing to this meeting. I shan't beat about the bush, my friend. I was very disappointed by your behavior. I had thought you more loyal. Consequently, my affection for you leads me to ask you to reconsider one last time.
Okay. Just in case. Home. It's immune to conviction.
I've already reconsidered it, Sir Gregory. I shall be loyal to you when it comes to the vote. Have no doubt about it.
Excellent news indeed, my friend. Did you hear, Johann?
Yes, and it comes at a most timely moment. I anticipate an overwhelming victory.
It goes without saying to keep it to yourself. I would like to give William a nice surprise.
Whatever you say.
I'm sure
I'll
you
leave
would.
you with Johann a while. I still have a few things to settle. I shan't be long.
See you later, Sir Gregory.
Oh, Godoy. Come over
Perfect.
here. I'm warming myself up. I had the misfortune to step outside and I'm frozen solid.
I wonder what he was doing outside.
Mr. von Volner,
Oh, we
I
know what he
wanted to
was
speak
doing.
to you. I'd like to make you an offer you can't refuse.
I'm all ears.
Now, we don't have much time, so here it is. You will vote for Mortimer.
What a strange idea, Godoy. You are being ridiculous. Tell me now, why would I do that?
Conviction.
Damn traitor is about to drop us.
Crap.
Louisiana is Spanish. Consequently, I am best placed to know what to do with it. It's turning into a personal stake between Gregory and William. Honestly, would you like it if someone told you what to do with Royal Prussia and Greater Poland?
Well, it depends.
No. Don't try smoothing things over. You are a statesman. You know what I mean. Today, Spain is weighed down by Louisiana, a source of epidemics, insurrections. It prevents us from concentrating on exploiting the wealth in the Western territories. And I have to let Gregory decide?
I understand your point of view. But as far as I'm concerned, I would rather be honest. You are wasting your time, Duke Manuel. You know nothing about me, and your attempts to manipulate me have no effect. You behave as though we were close. Yet ever since you arrived, you've only been interested in your own little self.
Don't say that, Johann. We may not be friends, but we are allies.
Is that so? And what do you know about me, exactly?
You are loyal and discreet. Just look at how you managed to get your hands on Al-Azif or Gregory.
But how?
Well, I'm more attentive than you seem to think. The fact remains, I was able to admire your expertise.
There wasn't a great deal to it, in actual fact.
I wouldn't exactly call him modest.
I don't know whether or not
No.
Gregory realizes how lucky he is to have you in his ranks, but for my part, I know a great man when I see one.
Thank
There
you,
you go.
Duke Manuel. But, tell me, why do you want to follow Mortimer all of a sudden?
Mortimer is planning something. We don't know everything. He must have something up his sleeve to be so confident.
Ah, really? And what do you think that
Relation.
might be?
All of this
Diversion.
is just a show. He has contacted all those we represent.
What do you mean?
That everything is already decided in higher spheres. William Frederick, the King of Spain, the Pope, William Pitt.
I don't understand.
Lord Mortimer has invited those who work in the wings of power to take a hand in swaying the decisions of those who actually hold it. Everything is already played out. He has already won.
How is this possible?
We've all underestimated him.
He's fooled us. We're done for.
Look, it all hinges on the next few hours, Johann.
Look, I hear everything you're saying, but there is no chance that Mortimer can make us all change sides. That is why Sir Gregory can but win. You understand?
Think again. It's already too late. That clever de Richet turned them all against...
What the...
all of them. One by one, he somehow persuaded them to join Mortimer.
But... No, that's impossible.
It looks like all of us have seriously underestimated him. While we all thought he was running around after his poor mother, he was actually accomplishing the tour de force of winning us all over, one after the other. You're the only one left,
Nice.
Johann. I dare not imagine what Mortimer will do if he finds out you are against him, because from now on, you're on your own. Good luck.
No, wait.
Nice.
I hear you. Honestly, betraying Gregory is... well, it's unthinkable. Unless I simply don't have any choice.
Yes, he's finally cracked.
Thank you for warning me.
You're welcome. There is nothing more natural between allies. I did what I could. Now, it's up to you. As for me,
Perfect.
I'll vote for Mortimer. Good luck to you.
Good luck.
Let's leave Piaggi and Lady Hillsborough. Oh man, that went smooth. That pleases me a great deal.
Good. I mustn't lose too much time.
Yeah.
See you later, my Lord Duke. Have a nice rest.
Okay. 2 down, 2 to go. I don't have golden elixir, otherwise I'd use it. So the camera was just moving. Well, let's try Emma's room. Maybe. I'll get lucky and she's in there.
Don't lose it, Louis. Leave what happened on the wharf behind, and don't let yourself be overwhelmed by anger. Concentrate on
Yeah.
the conference. You are here only for the conference.
And just so I can remember, it's Emma Conviction
Come on,
good, manipulation
Duchess.
bad.
Enter Louis. You've timed your arrival perfectly, my dear friend. I was about to come and see you.
Am I dreaming, or is she making out that nothing happened? Madam, I'm here for the conference, but I'd like to make it clear that I have not forgotten what happened on the wharf. So I'd like to get straight to the point without wasting a second.
Louis, I was hoping...
Wrongly. I'm only here because I wasn't given a choice. I'd like to know which way you're going to vote.
I shall vote against Mortimer's project, of course.
Damn it. No, you will vote for.
I beg your pardon?
Yes, you're going to vote
hello.
for, and I'm going to tell you why. What can make her change her mind? You
Conviction.
are going to vote for Mortimer because it's in your interest to do so.
My God, whatever next?
How far will you go with this devotion towards Sir Gregory?
Don't bother trying, Louis. You won't convince me.
Even if I tell you that all the other guests have switched sides and that you're the last one?
You're bluffing.
You think so?
Valna would never go against Holm.
I admit, it wasn't easy.
How the devil did you?
I'm here to warn you. What do you think will happen if you're the only one against him?
Well,
I don't think he'll tolerate it, madam. If you persist, you will be putting yourself in danger.
I can't believe it. How is it possible?
So, what should I tell him then? Will you be voting for him?
Of course. How could it be otherwise? Tell him that it will be a great honor
Oh,
for
that was
England
easy.
to support him in such an extravagant venture. Well, it seems like we're finished here.
Is there something you wanted to speak to me about?
I've some important news to tell you, and above all, try to stay calm. I want you to know the truth because I see you here among us in total ignorance, and it sincerely makes me sad.
What the hell are you talking about, for God's sake?
Oh, Louis, don't start shouting.
Very well, Emma. I'm sorry. I lost my temper. What is it you wanted to speak to me about?
Oh, that's more like it. Well, what I wanted to tell you, I'm Mortimer's daughter as well. We are brother and sister, Louis.
What? Wait.
Oh, and I am a demon. There. Now you know everything. I feel better for it. I didn't want there to be any lies between us. How do you feel?
Oh God, I want to keep
Concentrated,
calm.
Louis. Don't give anything away. Concentrate. All right?
All right. Are you all right about it?
Of course.
Oh, I was worried you'd take it the wrong way.
No, of course not.
Good, I'm glad. You understand, if we are to move forward together, we have to be able to trust one another.
Move forward? Of course.
Yes, once we're together. I've been thinking about it, you know. Once we get back, we won't have to wait long before my poor husband passes. Then we'll be able to get married.
Excuse me, get married?
Oh, Louis, I've been
That's a
thinking
big
of
jump.
nothing else. My sister would never have made you happy, you know. You'll see. I'll take care of everything and we'll be happy, my love.
Yes, of course we will. That poor woman is literally broken inside. I may not be in love with her, but
Yeah.
I wouldn't wish that upon anyone.
Whoa. Okay. So, convincing was pretty easy. But she's kind of lost it a little bit, so...
Golden elixir.
Ooh. Let's go ahead and use it. Alright. It's one less negative status.
Dear E, I received your last letter. Unfortunately, the Crown informed the Golden Order that our mission should under no circumstances hamper Sir Gregory's plans. Decidedly, they have support from the highest level in Buckingham Palace. So here we...
Okay. Yeah, I think I remember that. Okay. So, that was remarkably easy. Let's see, where's Piaggi? Okay, he's around the corner, at the end of the hall. So, let's see if, how hard he is to convince. Oh, thinking of it. Vulnerable to manipulation, immune to erudition.
Monseigneur, His Eminence Cardinal Piaggi.
Okay. Okay, just to make sure I'm remembering right. Okay, manipulation good, erudition bad.
Your Eminence.
All right.
Would you have a moment?
I shouldn't really, Louis, as you can imagine.
Rest assured, I've come just as a friend.
All right then, Louis. But be quick.
Thank you, Your Eminence.
It's got nothing to do with it, but... You didn't come and see me in my room a few hours ago, did you?
Does he remember anything? Oh no. No, I'm sorry. You must be mistaken. I've been speaking to Lord Mortimer in his study.
I must have dreamed it then. It seems so real.
Don't blame yourself, Your Eminence. We're all exhausted. I can assure you of that.
That's very kind of you.
Yeah.
I don't know what's wrong with me at the moment, but I feel rather fragile.
Poor man seems terrified. It'd be a good idea if I reassured him a little before trying to get him to change sides.
Oh, what did you want
Yeah.
from me exactly?
Erudition bad.
It was so real. I don't understand it. Oh, Lord. Are you going to test me again?
Erudition's bad, so I'm
Tell
going
me,
to
Your
go
Eminence,
questioning.
do you know anything about symbols and dreams?
Come, Louis. The scriptural law rejects all divination through dreams. You ought to know that.
Of course, I wasn't suggesting that these visions were messages from God, Your Eminence. But it might be that when we rest, our mind imagines situations based on things that left an impression on it. Take your dream, for example. What did it speak of?
I'm not sure that I can speak about it.
Don't worry, Your Eminence. There's no one else here but me.
Well, I was right here, in my room, and you came to see me. Then it all became confusing. I know that Mr. von Wollner was here too. No, it's not possible.
What was he doing?
He tried to harm you.
Damn it. He does have memories of what happened. Your Eminence, you have no reason to worry, because I'm right here in front of you, in perfect health.
Yes.
Well,
Yes, you are right.
purpose it can't be missing
You're
a hand.
probably just a little tired. Overworked, that's all.
That's it. Just a bit tired. Anyway, thank you for listening. Please excuse me, Louis, if I've wasted your time. You came to see me about the conference, I imagine. And here I go rambling on about I don't know what nonsense.
No need to apologize, Your Eminence. Think nothing of it.
Yes,
What did
don't
you want to
think of
speak
it.
to me about?
Right. It's now or never to get him to change his mind.
It's manipulation, right?
I must admit that opposing you pains me, and it pains Lord Mortimer a great deal as well.
I can well imagine. You should know that I am not happy about it either.
He's an upright man who, like yourself, spends his time helping others and doing good around him. But you know that better than I do.
I owe him a lot, you know.
Your Eminence, if you feel you
Yeah.
owe him something, let me tell you it's not too late to show it.
It's thanks to him that I
Yeah.
took the Holy Orders. We met when I was very young, here, on this island. After our encounter, I had the firm conviction that my duty was to take the Holy Orders. To tell you the truth, I owe him everything.
Have you ever thanked him for it?
Well,
Never. You must find me ungrateful.
I would never dare, Your Eminence.
You came to persuade me to join him, didn't you?
I don't have that power, but I do sincerely believe that Lord Mortimer serves a righteous cause.
You are an angel who brings
Kind
peace
of.
to the soul, my son.
Listen to your heart, Your Eminence.
You are right. To hell with all this political manipulation.
yes.
Yes, I must listen to my conscience.
Yes, listen to that little voice in your head. What does it say?
Yes,
My
Louis,
voice.
I will vote for William's project. I will follow you.
I'm sure it will mean a great deal to Lord Mortimer, Your Eminence.
Once again, thank you, my son. Please leave me now. I must pray.
Of course, Your Eminence.
Perfect.
I'll be on my way now.
All right. So, go around. Should probably been shorted the other way, but screw it. I'm already committed to this. Right, we got everybody. The hardest one was von Volner, but Emma was much more easily manipulated than I expected. As far as her being a daughter of Mortimer, I mean, it's entirely possible, but just something about it seems manipulative. Alright. So we've convinced them all to change sides. Whew. That I expected was going to be much more difficult. If I've convinced them to change sides, then that's going to make this, the rest of this kind of a moot point, because they'll just vote how they've decided and we succeed. There's got to be something else to this.
Louis, there you are. Well, tell me, how did it go?
I did my best.
Whom did you manage to persuade?
Well, there's no point in wasting any time. I'm proud to report they've all come over to our side.
Ha ha, Louis, I'm impressed. I was sure you'd succeed. I'm proud of you, my son.
Yeah.
Even Johann? How did you manage to do it?
I possessed Godoy.
You possessed Godoy, of course. Very ingenious of you, I must say. Son, you've accomplished a veritable tour de force. I couldn't have done better myself. Now, we are ready. The conference may begin. Assemble everyone in the conference room. Meet me there and let's get it over with.
Whew. Yes, get this over with. That went perfectly. But there's got to be a twist to this.
Here we are at last, gathered together to close this conference. I would first of all like to thank you all for making the time to be here and lend your services. Gregory, I believe I may speak for both of us when I say that we are honored by your presence here.
You are perfectly right to do so, William. Thank you for putting your faith in us and for coming here to participate in this conference. Thank you for helping us to make the best decisions. And I especially want to thank you, William, for perfectly hosting us at your home during these past several days.
I'm not sure all the guests would agree to that. In any case, Holm doesn't seem to be himself.
Good. I think we can begin. You will vote in turn on the question that interests us today. Are you for or against the transfer of ownership of Louisiana from Spain to France? Monsieur de Richet?
I vote
go for.
For.
Duchess Hillsborough?
For.
Duke Manuel?
For.
Your Eminence?
For. But
Gregory, please. Monsieur Napoleon?
For.
Mr. von Volner?
For.
What?
Gregory, please refrain from interrupting the voting. You know the rules, brother. President Washington?
For.
The votes are now cast. The project is therefore approved.
Dirty traitor!
Mr. Godoy, soon you will be in charge of passing the territory of Louisiana over to France.
It will be done.
What have you done?
Nice.
Me? Nothing, dear brother.
What have you done to me?
What have I done? Nothing, Gregory. You did it yourself. A word of advice. In the future, that is, if you have one, don't drink someone else's cup of tea without checking what's in it.
Father, what happened?
Sir Gregory, what's the matter? William, what have you done?
Not now.
Oh.
You are mad, William!
He just froze everybody.
Punish you for this!
He will probably try, unless I get to him first.
But I cannot die!
No, you cannot die. You are, however, losing all sense of reason, as well as all your special abilities.
Oh.
What did I drink?
Can't you guess? There are but few things that can have such an effect on such as we. You would know that if you ever ventured even a little way off of Father's beaten track.
Revenge!
Oh, no, my dear Gregory. You will not be taking any revenge. You will die stupidly, alone, enclosed in that rather withered body.
Help!
After several centuries of near absolute power, here you find yourself on your hands and knees, hoping in vain that someone is going to help you. Tell me, what does that feel like? Never happened to me. Can't be good. You cannot leave your body, you cannot project yourself elsewhere, you cannot even contact Father. Go ahead, try. But you are my brother, so I ask you to remember that all this is your own fault. And I want you to understand I get absolutely no pleasure out of it. Well, very little.
At least he's honest.
Swine!
A new order is born today, brother. Enough of Father's hegemony. After all these years of servitude, I can finally stand up and oppose it. You chose to serve him, whatever his excesses. Now it's up to you to face the consequences of that choice.
True.
Matt, I am stronger than you.
You think you are? Oh, man. Nice. I didn't miss anything. Oh, that worked so well. I'm very happy about that. Okay, I got 4 points to give. Let's see. 4 won't help me in anything other than this. So the question becomes, where do I put my other 2? They won't get me anything major. Occult and science are the closest. Oh man, I think right now, yeah, all my skill uses are free. Sweet. Put them in manipulation. Oh.
What?
Oh, that rare achievement sound.
What on earth
another
is
one.
happening? Am I dreaming or?
Louis, it's me, Gregory. Listen, we don't have much time.
But where are we?
Louis, I brought us here. You must act swiftly. I can't hold out for long. William has poisoned me. He must have used the blood of a former demon. I am no longer able to enter the body of someone else. The poison is gnawing away at me from the inside. I'm going to die, Louis.
But where are we?
In the ether. What you see is not real. It's only a mental projection created by my spirit. I'm occupying William's spirit at the moment, but I'm not going to be able to keep it up forever. Join me, Louis. Otherwise, all will be lost.
Yes. Yes, I'll join you.
Find a way. Hurry.
I must find them quickly.
Game point vigilance. Oh. Oh. Gives me like everything. Holy crap. Finds her home.
Beneath your compassion, we take refuge, O Mother of God.
I deserve a great destiny, and I will let nothing, nor no one, stand in the way of my dream.
We're in his head. We're in their heads. Question is,
Good God, I can't even move. But Louis can. What's happening?
Dear God, if I lose the war against France, I will be doomed.
Okay. So... where could they be? Alright. I'm trying to think of where I would go. Okay. Whoa. So I don't know why I'm just circling around. If I can't leave the room... I don't know why it does that.
I sense that something is happening, but I could no longer move.
History will remember me and the sacrifices I made.
Oh. Hello. I'd noticed that before.
What am I doing here now? Nothing seems real.
It's because it's a mental world.
You're nothing but a coward.
What a bunch of amateurs you are. Please, keep calm.
What on earth is going on here? I don't understand a thing.
Louis, don't waste any time. Appease them. My thoughts are becoming confused. Help me. Be quick.
Yes, not a minute to lose.
Appease them.
I need to keep an eye on them.
Am I in here?
Emma is completely lost. She needs to be close to her sister. As for Emily, well, she no longer trusts anyone. Apart from me, that is. I have to stay by her side.
Oh. Let's see.
Whatever happens, I trust him, and only him. I must take the book back to him.
So that means he's loyal to home.
I have to protect my sister. Help me, Louis.
She's gotta stay next to her sister.
I won't let him attack his brother.
That's not really Elizabeth, it's another demon who wants to protect home from Mortimer. On a symbolic level, he should be placed between the two of them.
Yeah. This is interesting.
Stay with me, Louis. We must take Al-Azif back from him.
So
God
which
damn
one
it.
have I got here?
I don't understand a thing. I'm doomed.
It's Emma.
I can count on my father and my son to defend me. Yes. But will they make it in time?
So let's see. We just gotta keep an eye on them. Crap. She wants to be... She's gotta be in between the two of them. might be... Huh.
I need to keep an eye on them.
Let's think. If I had it right, I imagine it would have shifted already. Can't be perfectly in the middle between them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, because it's an even group. Except, I'm trying to think. Let's shift things over a fair amount. I'm not sure about this. Is there anything I can do, or is it just an automatic?
He wants to isolate me again.
That's not really Elizabeth. It's another demon who wants to protect home from Mortimer. On a symbolic level, he should be placed between the two of them.
I won't let him attack his brother. I can count on my father and my son to defend me. Yes. But will they make it in time?
Whatever happens,
Gotta think
I
on
trust
this.
him and only him. I must take the book back to him.
One thing is for sure. My mother and Volnor have the same objective. To find that book. They're following the same trail and must be close to each other.
So I've got the two of them next to each other. Maybe... his loyalties. Except maybe swap these two, and then oh man, I don't know.
I need to keep an eye on them. Emma is completely lost. She needs to be close to her sister. As for Emily, well, she no longer trusts anyone. Apart from me, that is.
Okay, maybe I had two of them backwards. Her between the two of them. Maybe... Shit. I don't know. And it seems like if there was something, it should have clicked by now. Oh, hell. Should be between the two of them. He only trusts home. Home can only protect... maybe... Keeps turning me around. I wonder, actually. Could that be their father? Father, son. That puts puts him further away from... Crap. See, maybe there's something I'm missing. Whoops. Whoops. I mean, Emily's near me. Huh. Oops. Huh. Well, I think I'm on my own, because nobody else appears to have brought this up, so shit. Can't leave. They don't have them in the right order.
God damn it. I don't understand a thing. I'm
Okay.
doomed.
Emma is completely lost. She needs to be close to her sister. As for Emily, well, she no longer trusts anyone. Apart from me, that is. I have to stay by her side.
Having her at the end. She wants to be next to me.
Wants to isolate me again.
That's not really Elizabeth. It's another demon who wants to protect home from Mortimer. On a symbolic level, he should be placed between the two of them.
She is. God damn it. I don't know. Unless... fuck. The more it moves, the less I'm sure about this. I'm starting to think I'm just going to randomly move things around, but there's so many combinations. It could take forever. Let's... see about this. Damn it. So I gotta figure this out, 'cause those two together. Maybe. But I just don't know. I don't know what I'm missing. I mean, can't imagine the two of them go on the ends. Dang it. But Emily doesn't trust Emma doesn't trust anybody. So it'd make it seem like she's got nobody next to her. Oh god, this is gonna be a pain in the ass. I can see this now. Oh, hello. Whoops. Oh. Okay. That was handy. Crap. Where's the character's pick on their affiliations?
I have to protect my sister. Help me, Louis.
She only trusts. She wants to be there. Think.
Stay with me, Louis. We must take Al-Azif back from him.
One thing is for sure. My mother and Volnor have the same objective. To find that book. They're following the same trail and must be close to each other.
Maybe that's my issue. There we go. Whew. Damn. Okay. As they all disappear.
Looks like I've succeeded. They've all disappeared.
Louis, it's worked. But don't waste any time.
Yes, I'm coming.
Why are we working so hard to try and save Gregory? Okay. Hello? Not sure whose room we're in.
Emily?
Louis? Louis! Who on earth is... Louis, where are you? I can't see you.
In front of you, Emily. She can't see me?
Louis, are you dead too?
It's complicated.
I thought Emma killed you.
Oh, yes, that's right. She
No.
still doesn't know everything I found out.
Wait a minute. If that's Emily... Vulnerable psychology.
I understand that it must be difficult to forgive her, but if you think about it, salvation won't be found in anger, Emily.
It's all so unfair, Louis.
A part of me does understand her actions.
To hell with good intentions.
On the contrary, I believe now is the perfect time to decide how you want to live your life, in bitterness or in peace. Think about it, Emily.
But I thought, how is it that you are here? Can you move around?
Don't know on... She's immune to logic.
I'm going to have to be a bit blunt here, Emily. You'll have to excuse me, but it's quite baffling. Mortimer and Holm are age-old spirits who can change bodies.
What?
They're demons.
Louis, are you feeling all right?
And I am one too.
Louis, you don't seem very well at all.
Because William Mortimer is my father. And he's yours too. Yours and Emma's. He's bestowed certain powers on me. Like how to read a human mind. And even how to control it. Look, I know it's a lot to take in. Are you alright?
Yes. Actually, no. How do you expect me to feel? It would be easier if you told me you'd simply lost your mind, or even that I've lost my mind, which would at least make some sense. If only something inside me didn't vibrate at the sound of your words.
I'm not making it up, Emily. You've got to believe me.
And where are we then?
In the ether, I think. Think of it as a psychic dimension.
Oh, well, that
way
explains
to
it
put
then.
it.
Do you have any more bedtime stories like that?
Well, you are dead.
Yes, of course I am. I should have known. Ask a stupid question.
Yes, I know, Emily.
Fair enough.
It's hard to believe, but even if it seems insane, I assure you that it's all true.
We are dead, and we're talking in the ether.
Well, not exactly. You see, I'm not dead.
What? But if you are here without being dead, then there must be a way out. Help me, Louis. I am begging you, help me.
Let's see. Yeah, what was it? Immune to logic. Okay. I had to go through
Clearly,
reassure.
it seems like there must be some way of getting you out of here. So technically, yes, I don't see what could stop you.
Do you really think so?
Oh, nothing much surprises me now. I must go.
Wait,
Yeah,
wait,
that's
don't
true.
leave me. For pity's sake, Louis.
But I must if I'm to find a solution. Be brave, Emily.
Yes, I understand. I trust you.
I'll be back for you, I promise.
Louis, help. Don't leave me. Louis! Louis! Come back!
I have to go, though.
I must be quick.
My memories. I'm losing my sense.
Hello.
Louis? Are you there?
Yes. Yes, I'm here.
Pick up the thread of my thoughts, Louis. Of my memories. Make haste!
Reconstruct sequence of memories of Sir Holm.
And coincidentally, who arrives at the same time as Emily?
This is about my arrival, as well as Emily's. There must be an earlier memory that talks about my sisters.
Okay, so find the right ordered place to start this sequence.
Cherry on the cake is I drank his cursed tea.
That's very recent.
He's coming. He allowed me to bring Emily to this conference.
It's about my first vision on the island, the day of my arrival. This could be the beginning of the story, yet Holm is talking about bringing Emily back again. So there must have been something before this.
Let's see. Oh, this suddenly opens up. Crap.
France. So much effort. So much wasted time.
Analysis is correct, but there's no link to what interests me here.
Yeah.
It was a trap.
Previous conference? That's when Mortimer started putting his plan into action. That's how this whole thing began.
This would seem like the one. Sent pictures of the two of them.
I recall Spartacus.
One of Holmes' distant memories and one of his brothers. With an ego like his, he's undoubtedly talking about Mortimer. Could there be a link here? No, at the time they weren't enemies like they are today. Elizabeth's presence was crucial for Holm. If she was still here, he'd still be alive. This memory is important without a shadow of a doubt. It took place after my arrival with Emily and Cardinal Biaggi, but well before I found out the truth about my nature.
Fair enough. Let's see.
He feeds.
So Holmes seems certain that Mortimer's been using me, but I get the impression that he's only had this vision recently. It's one of the last ones he had.
Yeah. I'm still there's still like that one I haven't seen, but I think this is the start.
It was a trap, right from at the previous conference 3 years ago. I'm sure he already knew I would bring
This is the first event that brought Holm here. Oh yeah, I'm on the right track.
Okay. So think next would be my arrival. Our arrival.
His children are gathered together? Yes? And the cherry on the cake is I drank his cursed tea.
No, that was toward the end.
And coincidentally, who arrives at the same time as Emily?
This memory is important, but it's as if there's something missing. There must be an order to this.
Huh. Let's take a look at the one I missed. The T.
Charles Francois.
He's talking about Charles-François d'Angennes and Françoise d'Aubigné. They were contemporaries of Louis XIV. This has nothing to do with what brought home here. I'd look somewhere else.
Huh. Ah.
Dear
There's
Countess,
another.
do not stop.
I heard about this story. The Countess was apparently an acquaintance of Sir Gregory, but this has nothing to do with what's happening at the
Okay,
mill.
yeah.
I can put that one to the side.
Dear Countess, do not stop. What a pity you disappointed.
So that one was more recent. That one's probably memory 3.
He allowed me to bring Emily. He allowed me to bring Emily to this conference.
Yeah.
Supposedly to find her.
I'm on the right track here.
I think this is number 3.
The rules. And coincidentally, who arrives at the same time as Emily?
I'm getting closer to him.
And coincidentally, who arrives at the same time as Emily?
Alright. T and me are toward the later part of this. So
He allowed me to bring Emily to this.
that one's not it. Those two are nothing to do with it. This one has nothing to do with it.
So much effort. So much
Spartacus doesn't.
I recall, and when Elizabeth disappeared, he cut me off from our father, and I didn't say a word. And
One
when
more.
Elizabeth disappeared,
Is it he's using me, or they drank the tea? No, it's got to be the tea.
to me,
It's just one. If it's just one more, then that's got to be the one.
I recall Spartacus.
Let's just get over there.
France, so much effort, so much wasted time.
So, Lord Mortimer was stacking the deck in his favor to begin with, which is no great shock.
And the cherry on the cake is I drank his cursed tea.
I should come back to this later.
Oh, really? Okay, then it must be my manipulation. Well, should have gone with my first instinct.
I must speak to you.
I'm working on it.
So much effort. So
You know, this is a big area to cover to look at all these, so it takes some time to traverse.
I recall Spartacus. He feeds. He stuffed his poor son with an occult knowledge that we.
Getting to the end here.
Oh. Okay, he was saying one more is it. Okay, so yeah. That makes sense. Okay, the sixth memory's got to be the T. Alright. He said one more. I thought that meant there was only one I was missing. I thought it was a rare achievement for getting to level 15. I was quite happy about that, actually.
And the cherry on the cake. And the cherry on the cake is I drank his cursed tea. He trapped me. He poisoned me to stop me from being able to leave this body. He cut off all communication with Father and brought his children here. How could I not have seen it earlier? He's going to absorb me. The traitor! No one can stop him now. Hurry, Louis. I absolutely must see you before it's too late. If you have managed to follow my thoughts, come to me. Quickly!
Oh. I'm gone. Oh. Emancipated. Skill point in psychology. Oh, I escaped from the ether. Okay. Oh, I know which room I'm in. I think. Ooh. Not exactly. I think we're in hell.
Louis, hurry! He's coming!
What's happening?
I can sense him. He's here. He's trying to get inside me, Louis. William has completely lost his mind. He's getting ready to pull out all the stops. He's going to devour my mind, Louis. I'm not going to be able to stop him.
Louis, you are here. I sense your presence.
What? But he can't even see me.
Congratulations, my son.
Well.
You have succeeded in joining us.
Well then.
Louis, don't let him draw you in there. You are signing your death warrant if you decide to follow him. I won't be there to protect you.
It's over, my son. We have won. A new order can be born.
Louis, I'm so weak. I can feel him entering. I can no longer keep him out. He's coming.
He's here.
I can. Can you see him?
He's here. He's coming closer to you.
Where? Louis. I don't want to just disappear. He's inside my mind. I can feel him crushing me.
He's just in front of you.
I'm so sorry, brother. There's nothing you can do to stop me now. You made your choice, and you have lost.
I was wrong about him from the very beginning. He's mad. He must be stopped. You can still do something, Louis. Don't let him get away with all this so easily. I implore you.
Oh. He seems to have gone further off the rails.
Look
I
at
don't
yourself,
believe either.
Uncle. You're just as bad as he is. Despite being centuries old, despite all the wisdom you should have acquired, I don't believe in you, nor do I believe in him. You can count on me to do my utmost so that neither of you will succeed in your plans.
Louis, it's over for me. It's up to you now to protect our family. Find your sister, Louis. She'll know what to do.
What are you saying?
Find her.
It's over, brother. Don't fight it.
You will be punished for this.
Perhaps, but you won't be there to see it, will you?
Oh, man.
You will be punished!
Oof. Could have met Asahel's spirit. Huh. Interesting. I didn't fail anything, but... Okay, another 4 points to give. Skill use is free for occultism. Alright. Oh, another rare achievement. Specialist. Raise a skill to level 3. Nice. Ooh. Trying to think of... Oh man, they didn't show up in any order. Let's see. Curious on what insane is. Use of logic skill costs 3 extra effort points. Because I've read Al-Azif. Okay. That makes sense.
Where am I?
It's all right, son. Don't panic. It's over.
I'm back? Where are the guests?
I invited them to go up to their rooms. They're resting. Don't worry.
Gregory?
We won, Louis.
Dead.
It's over.
He's dead?
Definitively. Now the way is clear. At any rate, rejoice. Great things await us.
What did you do to him?
I devoured his soul.
But I didn't see you use the Holy Lance.
Indeed not. I didn't need to. Can't you guess how I did it? The Lance of Longinus is just a vessel, Louis. It could have been any object that had the blood of Christ on it. The blood of an ancient, more precisely. But I didn't need the blood of an ancient. You see, I have been in dear Lord Mortimer's physical body for longer than my brother has been in Sir Gregory Holmes. Therefore, I am an ancient, Louis.
He was your brother. Why did you kill him? He never meant you any harm.
Oh, Louis, I am exhausted. Let's talk about this later.
No, tell me why now. I want to understand.
Stubborn as a mule. After centuries of trying to convince him, I assure you I had no other option than to do away with him. He would never have allowed me to depose our father. In the past, he had already opposed me, and sometimes very violently. He seemed to you like a man of peace, because you did not represent any danger to him. But I can assure you, he was not. With anything to do with our father, he would be merciless. In any case, what's done is done. I'm going to rest in the dining room. Join me there when you're ready. The time has come to end this little antisocial gathering.
No doubt about it.
That's certainly a
His
way to
family
put
is
it.
rotten to the marrow. I did right not to trust them. Home told me that my last resort was to find my sister. I hope Emma will be able to help me.
Well, let's hope. I say they both are. I don't think they can, but I wonder if Emma and Emily can swap bodies. Maybe that's what they were doing. But you'd think they would understand what they were if that was the case, so... And we saw both of them in the same place, so that's completely invalidates that argument, so... Okay. So...
Well, I hope Emma is fully recovered. Emma, excuse me for turning up like...
Louis, your timing is perfect.
I'm not so sure. Home is dead.
by Mortimer.
How'd you know that?
Holm. He warned me that it was probably going to happen.
Looks like she's better.
Louis, I have brought Emily back from the ether.
I beg your pardon?
It was the last thing Holm did, as if to give us a chance of making it through. He guided me step by step just before he disappeared. Unfortunately, I could only bring her back in the body of a servant.
And how does she feel about it?
Right now, she's asleep next door. I must say that between that and all I had to tell her to sum up the situation, it was rather a lot to take in. But she should feel better soon.
Yeah.
Let's just give her a bit more time. I don't want to rush you, but time is short. We are in great danger. When Holmes sensed his death was imminent, he warned me that we would be next.
It was to be expected.
But why attack us?
Okay, hold on. I'm talking to Emma. Conviction is good, manipulation bad. Ooh, logic is bad for me.
Good God! I know what he's thinking. He's obsessed with Cronus and Zeus.
That's true, but what's the connection?
Eating his
Thinks he's
children.
both. Now one, now the other.
What do you mean?
Looking at the statue in the Great Hall, it's easy to imagine him as Zeus. And by doing away with his brother, he's about to start a war of the gods. I'll bet he's planning to attack his father, Emma. And besides that, he also thinks he's Cronus, devouring his children to ensure that none of his sons will turn against him.
In mythology, Kronos doesn't attack his daughters, if I remember rightly.
Are you serious? Do you really want to take that chance?
No, I was just saying. You can count on us. You wouldn't know how to defeat an ancient, child-eating, all-powerful demon, would you?
Well, believe it or not,
The Lance.
he gave me the answer himself. We're gonna need the blood from a demon older than him. And it just so happens that I have the Holy Lance. It touched the blood of Christ.
What's the connection? You're not trying to say that Christ is...
I'll have to ask you to trust me on this one. Once this is over, we'll all have a few bones to pick, but for the time being...
All right, we'll follow you.
Good. Let's go then.
Oh.
Are you sure you're ready? You are all right?
Yes, I feel a lot better. It's all a bit strange.
Sister, I believe we're ready for the end game.
Okay. Oh, man. Because, there's been all the Greek mythology in here, and especially the portrait of Kronos eating his children. Well, the painting, I should say, not portrait. Oh, man. Oh, God.
Louis, there you are. Look, she's better.
Perfect.
Good. Are you ready, Louis? Can we go?
Yes.
Afraid I'm gonna be.
Let's get it over with.
Hello? Something just clicked. Okay, I think it was just the go and confront. Because, that makes total sense. I didn't put the two of them together. But yes, he's gotten rid of his brother, who stood in his way. Now he'll get rid of anybody else who can, or might be able to.
Louis, I've been expecting... Oh, I see you haven't come alone.
Just for the lulls. Immunity, conviction, and
To what do I
science.
owe the honor, Duchess?
I thought this discussion should concern the whole family.
Surprise, Father.
Emily, you brought her back from the ether. Well, I am impressed, my children.
It's over, Father.
We can't let you go on like this.
Enough!
Louis!
Who on earth do you think you are, for heaven's sake? Did you think I wouldn't know what you are planning? You are mere insects compared to me. You never had a chance.
Help! My head! Let's do it!
Now!
Ah, how dare you!
Keep going, it's working!
You creatures are pitiful. Tell me, Emma, are you sure you are right to bring your sister back in that grotesque body?
Crap. It's immune to that,
On the contrary,
so...
Emma, Emily will be able to exist by herself. Once she's changed bodies, you'll finally be able to live your own separate lives.
No more resentment or comparisons ever again.
We'll be free at last, Emma.
Perfect.
Emily, you have always been the dominant one, and you expect me to believe That you're now going to simply hand over your whole life's work? You can't fool me, my girl. I can read you like a book.
Let's see. Diversion. Wait a minute. I don't think this has anything to do with them. Psychology, logic, conviction, manipulation.
Emily, don't believe a single word of what he's saying. You both braved hell together. United. And that's the only way we can get out of here.
Louis is right, Emma.
Yes, you are right, Louis. We will not be misled by this kind of manipulation, Father.
Good. We stand firm.
Oh.
If this continues, Mortimer won't have
we're
any
doing
hold
good.
on us.
Emma.
Question is,
my
do I have
dear
the right
daughter,
lance?
Let me help you. You have won. Look, you have it all. You are Duchess Hillsborough. You are rich. You are young, beautiful, influential. I'm so proud of you. You are the one I've been waiting for. You know what she's like. You know she harbors vengeance in her heart. She'll never let you have all this to yourself. Never. I beseech you. Let me help you. Let me protect you, darling.
Don't believe him, Emma. Look at what he did to Gregory, his own brother.
You have no idea who he really was. I knew him. I endured his bullying. He was a vicious manipulator. Look at yourselves. Why are you here? Who persuaded you to kill me? Your very own father. Don't you think that since your arrival here, at my home, if I really wanted to kill you, I would have had every opportunity?
Louis.
No, Emma. Don't believe him.
But Louis, it's true. Who persuaded us to attack him? Who whispered a plan in our ears? What can you say to dispute that?
Oh, God. Oh, God. I only have one chance. He wants to devour us.
Emma, look at her. Look at Emily. You know her. She knows you.
But
Go on. Look at her. It is her. She loves you. She's counting on you.
Emma, help us.
My sister.
Oh, thank you. God, that was...
Louis! No! No, don't do it!
It's over. You've lost.
No, Louis! No, stop! Oh! My son! You will regret your actions when you see him.
Come, Louis. It's over.
Let's leave.
Well, then. We've destroyed the cycle. Or have we? Oh boy.
As Mortimer had planned, Napoleon Bonaparte sold Louisiana to the United States after purchasing it from Spain. Bonaparte continued his political and military ascension until he proclaimed himself emperor. He went on to invade a large part of Central Europe. The legend of Napoleon persisted after his death, conferring on the emperor the role of Messiah for France.
Oh, we've changed
Remaining very
things.
popular, George Washington put an end to the various internal rebellions without violence and re-established trade agreements with Great Britain. Upon his death, he became a national hero and left an entire nation in a state of mourning. On his return to Spain, Manuel Godoy proceeded to give Louisiana up to France. Later on, he became the target of the Crown Prince of Spain, Ferdinand VII. The latter gave no respite to his mother's lover, going as far as condemning him to exile. He confiscated all of Manuel's titles and possessions, as well as those of his mistress, Pepita. Pursued, they ended up living out their last years in France in poverty and anonymity. The influence von Wollner had over King Frederick William ironically ended up working against him. The sovereign thrust him into increasing repression until the end of his reign. Von Wollner became the object of the people's hatred, was therefore stripped of his titles and land by the new king, and died in poverty to general indifference in the Prussian countryside. The Duchess, enabling Great Britain to build closer ties with the United States, on both political and commercial fronts, was her last diplomatic feat. She gradually withdrew from the English court and had to retire in the country, supported by her ever-present friend, the author Jane Austen. Some say that the Duchess inspired Austen's novel Emma, which became a bestseller in 1816.
That'd be my guess.
His Eminence, having successfully accomplished his mission, returned to His Holiness the Pope with full honors. Although all his ambitions had become possible, to the stupefaction of his entourage, the Cardinal preferred to retire to his Tuscan monastery, far from all political and diplomatic entanglements. Fascinated by the techniques involved in exorcism and demonology, he dedicated the last years of his life to the study of Inquisition reports. Sarah de Richet never returned from her trip to the English Isles. Her disappearance spelled the end of the Golden Order and was the object of gossip for almost 3 days at the court of France. No more was ever heard of Lord William Mortimer. His sudden disappearance was the subject of conversations in the European courts, but only for a few months.
Well, now. Matter of fact, I had the lance. I did get the right one. Nice. Well then. That was the council. I've got to say, I was quite pleased with things. Turn this down a little bit, so that way I can hear myself. There's still questions. Who was Lord Mortimer referring to at the end? We see him, their father, well, Mortimer's and Holmes' father. He did seem to be going further off the end, and yeah, his obsession with the story of Zeus and Kronos definitely seemed to fit. But again, were we still getting played? It's a big question. We succeeded in the plan, but Napoleon had a Napoleon was a big change in this. The fact that he took over huge sections of Europe and was basically looked at as like a messiah for France, which is about as different as you could get it from the real world version of things. The others, it was all fitting. The whole thing with Emma and Emily, that's interesting. Because yeah, that makes it seem like Jane Austen was Emily, while Emma held the Duchess's body. But and that would, the two of them sticking together around afterward. but there's still unanswered questions, and which, I mean, this is the final chapter, and I kind of want there to be more. I want to know. But that was the council. Game completed. That was interesting. I'm curious as to how different that ending could have been. I can imagine each individual person could go on to a variety of different things, but exactly what each... I mean, obviously, if I hadn't had the right lance, I wouldn't have been able to stop Mortimer. If I hadn't convinced them to keep working together. If I hadn't have found Emily, I may have only had Emma. Or maybe the other demon could have been there. Or maybe if I'd found the other demon, that would have resulted in them working against the two of us. I don't know, but that... It was a satisfying conclusion, but there's still so many unanswered questions that I want there to be more. And maybe we'll get more in this universe. I don't know. But I love the fact that, we had this very kind of tried and true methodology and this kind of telltale style storytelling with, the multiple branching paths and talking to everybody. But the RPG elements really helped sell that, insofar as you picking your class will, determines what you start off with, which will determine your early game successes. It's like now here by the end of it, by this chapter, I had everything maxed out to where basically all my skill uses were free. Because I was kind of jack of all trades and spread the love around. Whereas if I hadn't, that could have affected a bunch of other things too. But yeah, this is really intriguing. I'd love something else in this, whether it's another video game, building like a tabletop role-playing game, which would be really interesting, but it comes with the added problems of, like most things based on a historical setting, you've got to try and keep true to your history and try and weave everything together properly. And especially with how things are, I might end up playing around with something like that. But I don't know. I'm curious if we're going to see more come out of the council now that it's over. So all the achievements I got today were rare achievements, and I'm sure quite a few of the previous ones were rare too. So it makes me wonder how many people made it this far, how many people bought episode 1 and just like, I don't know. So I mean, there were little glitches here and there were little problems. Last chapter I had to completely restart the chapter because of something that locked me in place and I couldn't escape. But they knew about it, they patched it as far as I know. And little visual issues here and there, but in the end those are minor. It played really well. I only had one major issue. The system made sense. I kind of feel like the reveal of the demon should have happened maybe a little earlier so we'd have a little bit more time to play with it. But by its same token, it feels fitting where it was. And, we kind of had to adapt really quickly to this change. But last chapter we used the demon abilities way more than we did in this one. The only major one here was with Godoy, and we had to do that. There was no getting around that. The biggest problem the whole thing has had was some of its puzzles. For the most part, they were entirely everything was there and easy to tell. no, not easy to tell, but took a little logicking. It's like rearranging the guests. It's like I knew I had the basics. I just had to extrapolate and put things in the right place. But the Bible puzzle made perfect sense until the last part. It's like there was a piece of information we missed. And the fact that I had to look it up, and even the person who I saw succeed at it, they were randomly guessing until they got it right. Because it was just so esoteric. 'Cause everything else, like, okay, they dropped me the right clues. All this was here, all that was there. But that last part just hit a fucking wall and never went through. The whole puzzle getting into the crypt beneath everything, I felt so sure about it. The fact that all I got was the moon wrong. I had everything else right, but I just had that one little detail wrong. And it could be I misread things or I misput stuff in. I'm not 100% sure on that. But either way, that was what I would say its biggest flaw was in this whole thing. But I was still very happy with this and everything that grew out of it. So I'd be very curious to see how little things differ and how big things differ. And that's like how different would it have been if I still had my hand, for one thing. Because obviously it wouldn't have been obvious to everybody that I'd been involved with something. But I'm glad to finally have gotten through this final episode. And like I said, if you've all been watching, thank you guys all for watching this series. And especially since there is so many other things, I would encourage you, if you've enjoyed it, to go on whatever system you're on, because I think this is just about on everything except for like the Switch, now PC, PS4, Xbox One, and show the developers some love and pick it up yourself. Like I said, there's so many other ways this could go, and I'm only going to do this one on stream. So this has been my journey through it, and I'm probably going to do some other stuff because there's some other achievements, and most of them are just picking the right things in the right places. But there are so many other ways this could go. If you've enjoyed it, if you liked the story, all that stuff, I absolutely recommend. And right now it's on sale on the Xbox One on the Games with Gold. I think it's the complete version. I don't remember what it is off the top of my head. But if you've enjoyed it, help the developers and the publisher, because they're both relatively small ones in that regard. Because it's Big Bad Wolf, and then Cyanide Studios and Focus Home Interactive. Show them some love. Tell others about it, and preferably pick it up. Because in the end, nothing shows support for them for what they do and allows them to do this more than us investing our money into them. Thank you guys all once again. As always, I appreciate likes, follows, subscribes. Every little bit you guys do helps grow the channel a bit more, especially here on Twitch. My Twitter account at Link6413 is probably the best place to catch what I'm playing when I'm playing it. Always tweet before I go live. There's always links to the YouTube channel when a new video goes up. Before I remembered this was out today, I was going to do Bendy and the Ink Machine, which is probably what I'll do tomorrow. But thank you all once again. Hope you'll have a great day and take care. Bye.